So it's a really nice day out today. I've got to get a cord out. I've already got that one halfway split up, and I got another half cord there split up. I was splitting all these nasty pieces with the old Timberwolf, but I got some logs on the table here. I want to finish splitting this half cord basket and load it up and get it out of here, and then I got the tripod set up here, and I think I'll fill up a couple more of these. I got 4 more baskets over there I gotta fill up, so I'm hoping to get those filled up and just do a little video of that. So if any of you are looking at buying the 365 or any processor, that is, the first thing I would recommend you to do is, if you got a processor, you got something to load it with most of the time. So I would recommend getting a dust collector. Now, the reason I'd recommend getting a dust collector is because if I didn't have one right now, I wouldn't be able to keep any of this. Well, that's part of the dust collector, so that doesn't matter. I wouldn't be able to keep this behind here. I wouldn't be able to keep this road open to stack firewood. And these things are pretty cheap. I mean, Harbor Freight sells them for like 200 bucks, and you can get another. I mean, you can buy a used generator for like 300 bucks. I could run one of these. And these IBC totes, they're cheap too. Or you don't even need to put it in an IBC tote. I mean, you can use the blower to blow it up to 15 feet away into a pile so that it stays away from your processor and it keeps everything clean. You know, if you got this whole area, I mean, I had this thing I probably put 15 hours on it without a dust extractor, and I realized very quickly that I needed to get one of these because it just wasn't going to work out with how I have it set up and what I do with it. So I mean, if you guys are looking at buying one of these, consider the dust collector, dust extractor, and that's pretty much it. That'd be my first. I mean, you can even, I would even consider just getting the log lift like Joe from Ohio Woodburner has. Like I would consider getting that without the log table, and I would get the log lift without the log table with a dust extractor, because it just makes your area so much cleaner, and it's just less cleanup work that you have to do. And the more time that you can spend splitting firewood is more money in your pocket. So that's one little advice I got for you. So I'm gonna load these two up. Actually, I'm gonna throw this on top of the other one and kind of show you guys what I do with them. So let's go there. So as you guys can see, these things are actually pretty tall. I mean, I'm 6 foot tall. So I'd say they're around maybe 10 feet tall. But they're perfect for keeping your wood yard area clean. Because you can just throw them right in these baskets and stack them up, and you can stack them close together, but they're pretty easy to stack. What I do is I just curl the bucket all the way back, the forks all the way back, and I set these back two on it, and then I just curl forward and I look underneath it to make sure that these front ones are sitting correctly. And they're easier when you go to fork them back because the forks are high in the air, and you can just loop this chain right on the hook on the back side of my forks, and then you can just go right over to the truck. And so I'm gonna get this out of here, and then I might split up what I have left over there, and then I gotta go get some more. So this took me about an hour. No, not an hour. This took me about 45 minutes with loading the table, splitting it, conveying it, like 45 minutes. One small gripe I do have with this is that the table gets clogged really easy, and I think it's because I get a lot of these small pieces. So this table's never really not clogged for me. So a lot of that stuff does go up the conveyor. So if somebody from the Japa team is watching this, maybe something different with that, either bigger spacing or something different. And these have gotten bent, but I don't think they'll break. So that's just a couple things I want to address. So it probably takes me like an hour and a half to split a full cord, and that's pretty much it. Oil, this thing, bar and chain oil, I filled that up 5 cords ago, and it's halfway through it.
So I'm currently editing this video and I found out that I didn't swap the microphone settings on my GoPro, so I lost all the audio for the next couple clips. But what's going on here is I had my friend, he got a roll-off truck full of standing deadwood, but I think half of it's still green. So what I'm going to do with it is I'm going to run it through the processor, put it in the green pile, and I'll just have to keep it separate from my other stuff. But a lot of it's roundwood, and what I'm going to do is put the 6-way on the processor, and I'm going to try out the 6-way because I've only ever really used the 4-way. And what I was just pointing to right there is where I'm going to stack it all up. So what I'm talking about in this clip is how you want to feed any crooked log that you have going through the processor. You want to feed it with the straight end first, because these last couple logs that I was loading before this clip, I tried feeding it with the crooked end first, and you have to roll it around to get it perfect and make it fit through the opening. And in the process of doing that, you end up smashing your fingers. You jam them between the the processor deck there and the log. So I have my finger wrapped up there because I ended up splitting my nail in half, which wasn't fun because I got it jammed between the log and the processor. So you just want to make sure that if you do have a crooked log, this will take crooked logs. You just want to feed it straight end first, and it just kind of sucks it through the processor when you start cutting it.
that was a huge difference splitting the green round wood versus my seasoned split triangular wood. I cut about 15 minutes off the time of a half cord. That last section that you guys were just watching, I think I'm going to leave it unedited, just speed up the time so that you guys can see what's going on. And if you have any questions about what I'm doing, just comment the time that you were wondering about, and I'll reply to your comment and tell you what I'm doing, why I'm doing it. Got a couple pieces stuck just because they have weird grains. You can't see it from the outside. Nothing that you're gonna really do. But that was awesome. I haven't used the 6-way wedge for a whole half cord yet, just because I've been splitting the other stuff. But I'm excited to go through the rest of this wood because that thing kicks ass. I'm happy with it, with the 4-way, splitting the stuff that I'm splitting. But if I could get wood like this every single time, I would just use the 6-way, no doubt. If you guys are buying your firewood in log lengths from a log company, however you're doing it, and you get that perfect 6 to 12 inch round wood, that's the machine for you, because that thing absolutely destroyed this stuff. But I think that's going to be it for this video. I'll make more videos of this, and if you guys have any questions about any of the equipment that I'm using, I'll answer you in the comments. And if I get enough inquiry on a piece of equipment, I'll make a separate video on that, doing like a Q&A or like an overview review of it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Just like the video. Thanks.